everybody, and welcome back to the Mockeries. Say hello to the Mockeries.
Yeah, no. Sorry,
Nobody has changed clothes.
We don't wash. That's the truth.
We record multiple episodes a night. What?
Who would?
I should not divulge this. Go watch the Roll Insights to learn these things. Otherwise, just assume that we don't change
they're
clothes.
amazing. They are amazing.
Nice. It's very nice indeed. Yes, last we left off, the Mockeries had been lured into a conflict with Marta and Peter Lagazi, who declared to them that they're not interested in actually killing the band. They are wanting to take the Moonlight Scythe, however, which is why they came to town. But Peter Lagazi said, if you can handle Marta, who is the most junior member of this family, then he will get involved after you have earned that. What preceded was a short and brutal battle in which Marta displayed some very interesting abilities, but was ultimately reverberated to death by various sound-based attacks, including Arms of Hadar and Phasers from Theramin, and a sting from Maggie, of course. You saw that the green light flickered out, the dark haze left her eyes, you could see her eyes were normal again, and she fell. And that is where we are now. Humphrey Blaine is on his way. At the end of this round, he will arrive. We still have a few people left in this round of combat to go. What you guys see is Marta, her body falls. Give me one second here. Okay. Marta's body falls, poisoned, steaming, bleeding out of multiple orifices. It's very bad. Cloud and Theramin share this nod. Thesia is lying on the ground. She has a knife in her. She's at 0 hit points, is considered incapacitated, but is conscious and has no need to roll death saving throws. However, it is her turn next. Thesia, if you would like to roll a medicine check on yourself, what I will say is it's going to be a, what am I going to say this is? It's going to be rough, but you get a bonus to your medicine. So I'm going to say it's going to be a DC 18 medicine on yourself to give yourself 1 hit point and be up again for the fight.
How's that be?
It would be a natural 20 if you were doing death saves.
Yeah, I get a +2.
You get a +2. So you got to roll 16 or higher on the die.
19.
Well, there you go.
21.
There you go. Thesia, you are able to remove this dagger and staunch the bleeding.
Keeping it.
Get a little bandage. Yeah, keep the dagger. Get a little bandage on yourself. And you are up with 1 hit point. I'm going to say that is your action. If you would like to take a bonus action or a movement, you are more than welcome to do so. Peter has still not moved. He is exactly where he was. His sword is resting on his shoulder, glowing with this orange light, looking at you all, unconcerned with the fact that you have just brutally murdered Marta. It's got the same sort of neutral expression on his face. He's just nodding and smiling.
I would like to shed my skin. It is a bonus action.
Oh, well, there you go. And it's half your hit points you get back?
Yes. Half my hit point maximum.
And that's once a day you can do that, right?
Yeah, so once a day. So I have to get it after every long rest, and it takes a minute. So it takes until my next turn.
It takes 1 full minute to do? So I think what we did last time was that it took just 6 seconds, which is how long a round takes. So for consistency's sake, we'll say that you can do that for now. However, in the future, it will take, if you decide to do that, if you do that in combat, it will take you 10 rounds in combat to do. So not an in combat ability.
Have to.
I understand how that ability is balanced now a little bit better, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, don't do it in combat, basically.
Yeah, because I think originally read 1 round, and now reading it, it's 1 minute.
Got it. Absolutely no worries. How many hit points do you have?
So I will then go to 11.
11. Funky dunky. Anything else that you would like to do with your turn? Anything you'd like to say to Peter, or anything as a free, anything or other? Anything everybody would like to say, actually, as there are a few seconds here where you are not in combat. I like what Theramin's doing.
Yeah, I think Cloud's pretty much doing the same. While she's standing over Thesia, just defensively doing the fingers at him, like, yeah, come on then.
Well,
I just like look how
Bitch.
at Cloud, just this dead stare, like, you left me.
I could do. Oh, Cloud feels really
Cloud is just in bad.
She's upset everyone.
And then I look at like, Thesia just like looks up at Cloud, goes, "You left me," and looks at Peter and go, "Get." She's like not in the
mood. He still hasn't moved. He looks at you guys, giving him the finger, looks at Thesia and goes, "Well, I said I'd get involved when you dealt with Marta. Marta, how long are you gonna lie there for?"
Oh, Lord.
Getting up from where she lay, picking up her daggers, you see the blood flow continues, but it is lessened from her back. She's still like a mess, but her skin starts to regain its color, and as she stands, once again, this shadow covers her eyes, and the two green lights flick on once more. Marta is going to rush. Is going to rush. Okay. Is going to rush towards Theramin. Close distance with Theramin. Theramin, can you make me a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw, please?
I don't know what you mean.
So when you make so that's a difficulty class. DC means difficulty class. If you roll the D20 and add what you've got in, so you'd see where your skills are.
Yeah.
Above that, there should be a box called saving throws.
Oh, yeah.
So you add your wisdom, what you have next to your wisdom saving throw to a D20 roll, and tell me what you get. You want to get 14 or higher.
I've got 9.
9.
No.
You just saw from a very close proximity this person die very brutally. She is up and she rushes at you, and you feel this chill come over your body. She looks up at you and your head just goes blank. You are under the stunned condition, which means your next round, like the next turn that you would take in combat, is skipped. She's going to make an attack roll. Hang on. That's cocked. Yeah. Okay. She's going to roll damage. Okay. You see The last thing you see before your mind goes blank is her take one of her daggers and spear Maggie through the head. Maggie does not bleed or anything, but turns into little motes of light and disappears. You know that you can resummon Maggie. She did that to mess with you.
Considering messed with.
And also because Maggie stung her. You go blank. Maggie goes down. She's going to spin around Theramin's body and make an attack against Cloud. Oops. Oh.
I don't like this.
No, neither do I.
That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 16 points of damage.
16.
16 points. And she comes in, stabs into you, and you just see this grin on this face with the 2 points of light. It's like, you didn't think it would be that easy, did you? My name is Marta Lagazi. I am the most recent heir to the Lagazi household.
As a reaction, can I just say, who gives a and she's like spewing on, just who gives a
Absolutely brilliant. That's Marta's turn. Peter's not getting involved yet. Theramin, that would be your turn. The stunned condition leaves you at the end of your turn, so you come back to yourself, but you have to wait until the next turn before you can actually do anything. At the end of the round, however, Humphrey Blaine is going to show up. Humphrey Blaine, with his long jacket and his pipe, rushes towards you guys and sees he sees this scrum and sort of goes, Peter, what's the meaning of this? Peter turns around and goes, oh no, it's the detective from the City Watch. How dreadfully awful for me. And he goes, yes, absolutely. You, Mr. Engelhart, are looking all creepy like, and you're going to be under arrest. The two of them just break down laughing. Just start laughing. Blaine is going to just make a little tipping of the hat motion at you guys and go, Peter, these guys giving you any trouble? Oh, no, it's nothing we can't handle. Thank you, Humphrey. Well, a pleasure as always, sir. Oh, look, there's that scythe that went missing. Looks like you'll be acquiring that today. Is that right? Absolutely, Humphrey. You go ahead and get back into town. You've got other things to do, right? No worries, sir. A pleasure as always.
Back.
Cloud, that's your turn.
Cool, I'm pissed.
What an anticlimactic.
I know. I thought that was going to be really cool. So is Marta right in front of me?
Yes.
So Thesia is within 5 foot, so I can do sneak attack. Because she's within 5 foot of me and Marta.
Yeah, I'd say that can work for sure.
Because I was right next to Thesia.
Yeah. We'll say, that makes, you can do that for sure.
I'm gonna slice this bish so hard. So hard.
You said bish.
19 plus 1.
That will hit.
That will hit. So I need to do 1d4 and then 2d6 for. Yes?
Yes, that is the way that this would usually work. Marta is going to use the last of this that she can. She was prevented by Arms of Hadar last time, but one last time she is going to block this scythe.
I could have told the dead on her then as a bonus action.
100%. She is going to go ahead and roll this. This is again, I'm so sorry. This is wisdom or con?
Wisdom.
Yeah, that's 12.
Fails. Does she still count as taking damage?
For
Because if it's
she
hasn't taken
has
any damage,
she has taken damage. Yes, for the purposes of Toll the Dead.
12.
Yep.
12.
Yeah. Cloud, go ahead and finish her
Again.
again.
I'm just going to grab her by the face and just say, "King, die." That's all she says.
You say these words of power as you hold Marta's face.
With the scythe as well, in one hand, just like holding the scythe and holding her head, like.
Yeah, 100%. The vibrations echo out of your fingers into her brain. Once more, tears of red come out of these dark patches. The mist clears, the lights go out, and she falls.
Can I move? I can't even move Thesia. Okay, I'll just stand over Thesia protectively.
Okay. Thesia, that's your turn.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm still on the ground, aren't I? I've just finished eating.
Yeah, I'm sort of standing over you.
Yes, so you would
Okay.
use 15 feet of movement to get up from prone.
Okie dokie.
There's Peter.
I want to use my action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna grab Cloud's leg.
Okay.
And cure wounds.
Thank you very much. I was looking a bit hurts.
I'm looking more hurt. So, do I roll the d8?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So it's 1d8 plus my spell class modifier, so it'd be plus 4.
That's
so
good.
you get 7 hit points back, Lil.
Oh, thank you very much.
And then I'll use my movement to get up, but I'm literally, because I've grabbed Cloud's ankle, I'm using her like.
climbing.
Right.
I am only like 5'3", but sure.
I love the image of like grabbing somebody and like climbing them, but they're healed at the same time.
Yeah,
So
sort of like healing. It's just like,
it's like, this person's climbing me. It's weird, but it feels good.
It feels so good. So that was my action and my movement. Yeah, I don't think I want to do. Just gonna stand there, just close my eyes for a second, just like.
Okay. Here's the roll. Okay. Marta's body, this time, you see where she falls, out of her throat comes a little green sphere of light. It rises from her body, and you can see as it rises around this little thing of light is what looks like a little cage, like a little spectral cage, just made of the tiniest silver threads around this little ball of green light. It hovers for a second over her body and then flies away and vanishes over the horizon.
What are they?
Not human.
Peter will go, well, fair is fair. You guys handled her very nicely. Well, she had a lot to learn, to be fair. But, you know, we have hopes she'll get there. She'll get there. So, I'm up next, and I'm going to give you a chance now to surrender the scythe, and I don't have to hurt anybody. But that's up to you. I'll let you talk amongst yourselves if you'd like before we get started.
Can we sarcastically surrender and then take it back, please?
If you would like.
Surrender! Fuck you!
I like to say before Theramin does that, I'll turn to him and like, I need this. My people need this. Help me, please.
I got you. I'm doing it for me, though.
Fair.
Are you actually going to try to pretend to surrender?
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a deception check, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, no, in exactly the way that I'm not.
Oh, I see. So you are literally just spitting in his face. Got it.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Peter goes, all right. This is on you, though. He is standing maybe 30, 40 feet away from you guys. You're all standing together, more or less. Power starts to coalesce in his sword as he levels the point towards you.
Should we move?
Right.
And and he takes a step forward, thrusts the sword forward, and a laser of light comes out of the sword and is going to hit. You guys are all kind of together. You specifically, Cloud, are with Thesia. So I'm going to say, it'll hit you two and not Theramin for the sake of of theater of the mind lines of attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that out of the way because she's not part of the combat anymore. Woo!
Bye.
Hey, yay! So he rolls to attack. Okay, he rolled a 3, but does a 15 hit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
15 hits both of you. Okie day.
3. He rolled a 3.
This guy is over 400 years old and has a very powerful magic sword. Okay, each of you takes 19 radiant damage.
I'm down again.
In an instant, Theramin, you see this guy takes out his sword, steps forward, a laser shoots out, and both of your teammates are down.
Well,
and he will walk the 30 feet forward towards you so that he's 10 feet away from you, and he's got these 2 green points of light in his eyes. I'm going to roll an intimidation roll on behalf of him. How scared do you think Theramin is right now?
I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty scared, but he's not showing it. He's not, but he's definitely quivering.
Yeah, go ahead, roll me a performance check to hide how scared you are. Or deception.
D20.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
D20
Plus charisma.
Right, okay. 15 plus 6, 21.
21. Yeah. You are able to appear nonplussed by this development, but it is absolutely terrifying.
What am I gonna do?
Theramin, it's your turn. And he goes, boy, I can see you're very new to this. And you're not necessarily a fighter. And I appreciate that. Once again, there are people who claim opportunities for power and people who are born into it. Now, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill your friends, but I can make this very bad. All right? Maggie won't be the only one you lose. I have people in the city watches. I have people in the banks. I have people in the hospitals. People in the mail services. Me, Marta, others like us can show up anywhere we like in this country and do whatever we like. So, I'm going to give you this chance to surrender to me right now. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get rough.
I want to surrender.
I can make it easier. I can, while the others are unconscious. We can actually have a talk, because Balzabul really should have talked to you about us.
Dad! Some hell shit.
You want to get Balzabul online? Sure. You can get Balzabul online. You want to talk to Balzabul? He'll tell you what I'm about to tell you. Go ahead. I'll let you talk to him.
All right.
You want to communicate with Balzabul?
Yeah, hell yeah. If he's going to tell me the same thing, I want to know what's going on.
My boy.
Oh, this
my
boy
beautiful boy.
Oh,
it's so good to hear from you, my boy. What's going on? What can your father do for you?
You tell me. This Peter guy has just killed my two friends, and he says that you somehow know what's going on, that you're a part of this.
What Peter? What Peter are you talking about, my boy?
Lagazi.
Ah. I should have probably told you about these guys.
Oh, for sake, Dad.
No, there was no reason to think you were ever going to run into a Lagazi agent. You're not involved in criminal activities. Why would you get involved with the Lagazi cabal? Listen, my boy, the Lagazi cabal are essentially the cult of Asmodeus. They work for my boss. They're a slightly different organization. It's a little bit complicated to get into the specifics of it, but generally speaking, warlocks from the archdevils don't interfere with cabal business, and cabal people don't destroy warlocks for the archdevils either. That's kind of the deal that we have. They work more directly for Asmodeus than they do for me.
Why would you not tell me this?
Again, you were never supposed. How would I know you were gonna run into these guys? They're very rare that you would run into one. They only show up for very important things.
Well, it's a bit late now. It's happened.
Oh, by the way, did you get the Moonlight Scythe?
Yeah, that's why they want to kill us.
You have it?
Well, I don't have it now, but my good friend.
Is that
or friend even?
And that's what this Peter Lagazi. Forgive me, I don't know Peter Lagazi, but I know the Lagazis as a whole. That's what this Peter wants?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a real shame. I really want that as well, but if he's there, then he's going to take it. Okay. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. All right, my boy. I'm very sorry. That's the way the cookie crumbles on that one.
What? That's it?
That's it.
Get him to resurrect us.
Sorry?
My friends are dead.
So they are unconscious. They are not. They're going to make.
Unconscious.
They're going to make death saving throws. He goes. That's entirely up to Peter to decide. I don't get to Again, we do not interfere with one another's business. So that's about it. That's all I can do.
But Dad.
Look, from what I understand, one of them's heading towards the abyss and not the 9 hells. But if the other one makes it to the 9 hells, I can offer them a job.
Okay, that doesn't. All right, that doesn't help me now, does it?
Well, there are other people you could form a band with, my boy. You're the star. You're the one with all the talent.
Okay, I mean, I'm telling you this in confidence, but I don't think I am. I need them, Dad.
My boy,
Oh.
this is part of a bigger conversation. You don't think that you're the star? You, my beautiful boy, the son of Balzabul, don't think that you are the star of the show?
They help me shine even brighter than I already do.
Listen, you should probably get back to Peter right this minute, but I would like to continue talking to you about this. This is a big thing that you've brought up.
Dad, I'm not having therapy with you. You're a big slug.
No, I'm not talking about having therapy. I'm talking about talking. I'm talking about our contract is based on the idea that you're going to become the most famous superstar in all of Cygalia. So if you don't believe that you can do that, then we got to talk through our contract.
Well, we definitely need to reevaluate some things. So yeah, let's talk soon.
All right. You go back to talking to this Lagazi person, and we'll talk later. All right.
All right.
So, all caught up.
Yup.
So, I'll make sure your friends live because I'm nice that way. How's that sound?
And all you want is the moon scythe.
That's all I want.
You can try.
Okay. He sheathes his sword.
I'm hoping Moon does something. I mean, Slither.
I love that has become its name.
Moon.
All powerful scythe reduced
I
to
can't do
moon.
anything here. Like, Slither's our only hope.
I'm going to be so pissed.
Because he said not to worry, so I don't know.
Thorn Splitter, he can come back to you.
He
Either way,
is going to. Okay.
We should make a deal, Peter.
He goes over to the scythe, but then you talk. You say we should make a deal, and he turns around. Well, I'm all ears, Theramin. What would you like?
Some. Well, for a start, you need to be able to resurrect my friend.
Oh, they're not dead. They're just unconscious for the moment, but...
I don't know the word. Deconscious them.
Bring them back to consciousness?
That's the one.
Yeah.
I'm -1 intelligence over here. Bear with me.
He's very patient. He's a very patient guy, Peter.
And remember that I've been cooperative.
I do know that. I know that as soon as you talked to Balzabul, who's part of the same, well, slightly different, but part of the hierarchy to which we all subscribe, shall we say, you have done the right thing. And in fact, you offering deals is very in line with what your father's all about. So color me curious.
So we have a deal.
That's it? You just want me to bring your friends back to consciousness?
I mean, and whatever else. You got any money? Beer? And Mag, don't forget Maggie.
Marta was the one who carried around the beers. I do not. You killed her. In case you don't remember that. Your pet is fine. You'll just reconstitute her when you have the spell slot to do so. That's part of your warlock powers. So Maggie is fine, and the point of this is to teach. The point of this is not to punish.
Lesson learned.
Amazing. He will go. He'll pull he'll pull a little vial out of his clothes, pull the stopper off, just put a little drop on one of his fingers, touch Thesia's forehead, go over, touch Cloud's forehead. You two are stabilized but unconscious.
Oh.
So, and he puts the stopper back on that and puts it in his thing. So that's...
Can I use the Helm of Telepathy to let Cloud know what his intentions are? Can she hear me?
She is unconscious, unfortunately. So she
I already knew because they already said that they wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But I've given you up.
Oh, Cloud's pissed.
He reaches down, grabs this scythe from Cloud's unconscious body, and lifts it up and goes, to think this is the weapon that's going to win the war against the Abyss. Well, a prize indeed.
Can't fucking use it.
He takes it and he goes, right. You, Theramin, see the blade disappears from the scythe. Well, I suppose I should be off. This is about all that I needed, and Humphrey can deal with the loose ends in town. Theramin, I hope that your gig tonight goes very well. You see from this staff of the scythe that he's holding, the blade shoots out of the other side and through his skull. And he stands with this scythe through in one side, out the other side. You see the light and the darkness fade from his eyes.
Moon did not like that.
Can I set him on fire?
I was actually about to cry.
Can I kick his dead body?
You see, he's still standing. Like, his dead body is still standing. Um, and you hear in your mind, Theramin, you hear, "This one was unworthy to wield me. So I decided to fuck his shit up." I apologize that I did not let you know beforehand. I was afraid of being overheard.
I always knew that you would come at the end. That's why I did it, obviously.
Obviously. You are a very practiced liar indeed. I thought I saw you crying a little bit out of fear once. But your acting skills are incredible.
Thanks.
You breathe this sigh of you breathe this sigh. You can kick him. He still hasn't fallen over. He's just like a standing corpse with a scythe through his head.
I want to set him on fire.
Yeah, you set him on fire. He burns for a bit. His clothes torch. You see his skin and his hair burn. And so there kind of goes, yes, he's still gripping me quite hard. You might have to like unclench his fingers one by one. You start to unclench his fingers. Index, middle finger, ring finger.
Oh. Can I chop his hand off? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jordan about to say, chop that off.
He pulls the scythe out of his head. You see him speak in Infernal.
Oh, I can understand. Yeah.
Which you can understand. He speaks an incantation to cast a spell, and you see Sliver go, Theramin, I might require your... Slither blinks out of existence.
But does he?
No.
He's shut.
Blood comes out of the sides of his head, but it like trickles down to nothing. The wounds are still open, but he's up. Well, it may be that we have to tame this magic item before we can use it.
Yeah, I should have warned you. It malfunctioned.
It has a mind of its own, indeed. Well, Theramin.
Sorry about the fire.
He looks down at himself, sees that he's got burn patches all over his body, his clothes are ruined. He squints at you. And his usual patience and mirth seem to have vanished from him since he got murdered. And he frowns and is a bit more serious. For your sake, and for the sake of your team, I hope our paths never cross again. Goodbye, Theramin.
What happened to the... where did you send the scythe? Where's it gone?
It is hanging out in a different dimension for a bit. I'll bring it back when I'm somewhere more secure.
Okay.
Farewell. And he starts to walk away. Is there anything you do, or do you let him go?
I was going to go to the guys and try and get them to get up, try and wake them up.
Okay. That ends combat. That ends this encounter. Peter Lagazi leaves, makes his way away, disappears back into town. You guys both, with some help from Theramin, regain consciousness. For practicality's sake, we'll just say you're up at 1 hit point. You're conscious, you're up. Cloud, Slither's gone.
Mm.
I tried to trick him.
Cloud's not listening, she's walking away.
She
just gets up and walks away. She doesn't listen to anything
unhappy
anyone's saying.
Are we even now?
Walks away. She just walks away.
Thesia?
I think as Cloud's like getting up, obviously we're both on 1 hit point, so it's going to be effort to move. I grab her wrist.
No. She doesn't let you. She's gone. She's gone.
Mate, cure wounds.
She
Okay.
doesn't care. She's gone.
I'm just staring at Theramin like,
Oh,
I'm not sure if my headphones have just died.
Oh, can you hear us?
Oh no, I can. They just went do 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 do.
One in your case, so it's charging, and then just swap them out. That's what I do.
Oh, fine. Oh, if anything, I'll grab headphones.
Okay.
We didn't hear any of that, did we? Because we were unconscious.
No, you didn't see the display where he got killed. You didn't see them talking to each other about the Lagazi Cabal or any of that stuff. So from your perspective, he decided he was going to get involved in the fight. You didn't surrender, and then you were out. And now he's gone.
Okay. I'm going to get up, watch Cloud leave. I'm grabbing Theramin with all the strength that I have on 1 hit point and pulling him to me like, what did you do? And I do want to intimidate.
Give me an intimidation roll just to see how scary you are in your current state. Do it with disadvantage because you just got up from the ground.
Do I add my modifier to disadvantage? I don't, do I?
Yes, you do. Yes,
Oh,
you just
okay.
take the lower of
Just
the two
take the
rolls,
lower.
And add your modifier.
That was a natural 20. And this be a
Nope.
15 plus 8.
Oh, so yeah, still very,
23.
still very scary. I'm not gonna make Theramin roll anything, but Theramin, she gets up, pulls you to her, and is just
Can I
in the
drop my
wake
jaw
of
a little bit?
Yeah.
Like my jaw, because she has like a little bit of like
Yeah.
meshy skin here. I'm not sure if you've seen Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman.
Yes,
The vampires
I have.
in that, when
Yeah.
they drop their jaw in like vampire mode, that's what she's like doing as she's speaking and her tongue's flicking out. She's like, what did you do? And like her jaw is like opening like she's going to bite your head off.
I was. I tried to help, but it backfired.
Hmm.
So, Cloud. I mean, Moon. I mean, Slither. I thought that he could protect us, and initially he did. He killed Peter. He cut him through the head, and I was like, "Yay!" So I set his body on fire, and then Peter came back and sent him to another dimension. Slither, I mean, and then ran away. So we need to find another dimension.
That isn't easy.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Either of you, either or both, roll an Arcana check for me, if you'd be so kind.
What is that?
That is knowledge
It's
about the arcane.
intelligence.
It's a skill. Yeah. So it'll just say it next to your Arcana skill.
So
19 plus
intelligence.
3.
I've got a 15.
21.
15, 21. Okay. I will say that Theramin, you are familiar enough with sort of these magics to know that what you have seen is likely a banishment spell. And so the spell banishment can move an item temporarily out of phase with this dimension, and it will come back. So it's not necessarily a matter of going to another dimension to find this. It's he has put it somewhere where it can't hurt him for a minute.
Okay.
And he will be able to retrieve it at a time when it won't swap hands if he kills him again, basically. And Thesia, you from based on what he says, you can recognize that this is likely what is going on as well.
Mm.
And I will go so far as to say, with a 21, you with a 21, you I will give you a little bit of information about what you saw happen to Marta as well.
Okay.
You saw something come out of her and there was like a little cage on it and it flew away.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what the cage is all about, but if you had to guess, that was Marta's soul coming out of her body.
Okay.
It's not an application of magic that either of you have ever seen before. It's weird. You don't know what exactly these people are, but looking at the evidence, it looks like their souls are not necessarily attached to their souls can leave their bodies and go elsewhere when they die. It's something to do with that.
Okay, so like the body's kind of almost a host.
Yeah, it's just again,
the
specifics are not necessarily clear about like how all of that works, but you don't, with a 21, you don't think that Marta is permanently destroyed from her body being dead. Cloud, we're gonna cut over to you. Where do you go?
To Ash.
Horse is waiting for you, immediately can sense that something is wrong, and will like nuzzle
I'm just gonna
into you.
sit with her.
Yeah, the horse will
Quietly
sit
sit
with
with her. I think because I knew that Sliver could speak to me telepathically, I'm going to try and reach out to him constantly.
Yeah.
Even if there's no reply, just constantly asking if he's okay, where is he, if he can make his way back to me, if there's anything I can do.
Yeah.
Just constantly asking.
You're on your own for a bit. You hear somebody's voice as they come up kind of tentatively. I'm very sorry that I could not help you, my friend.
Is this his voice? Their voice, sorry.
This is Madam Mad, who's come and found you. When it comes to... There are very big forces that want this item. I can't help you get it back myself, but I can tell you where they're going to take it.
Ooh.
If the scythe is as uncooperative with them as we both know they will be, there's only one place that are going to be able to hold it. And that is the Outer Plains Bank in Sessenseal.
Going on a heist.
There's a vault big vault that will keep it from using its more potent magics. That is where they will keep it while they try to figure out how to use it. I don't know how long they'll keep them there for.
You don't say anything.
If you ever need my help, you'll know where to find me. And she will.
When
Go
she walks
off.
away, the only thing Cloud will say is thank you, Madison. She'll use her proper name.
She'll turn and give you a nod and a smile. And go off.
God, this is getting emotional, man.
When she goes off, Cloud will use her hide action, so no one else can see her. And she'll just go into Ash's shadow and just curl up with her, just so no one else can see her.
Camouflage.
She also won't go to the concert.
Okay, that was going to be my next question.
Okay.
Thesia, Theramin, what would you guys like to do with the rest of your day? You have a couple of hours before you're meant to be on stage, facing off against other bands.
Take a short
can't.
rest, please.
You could absolutely take a short rest. Yeah, 100%. You can make your way back to the inn. So, Theramin, are you missing any hit points?
No.
No, you're fine. So yeah, go ahead and roll any hit dice that you want to recover there, Thesia.
Which dice is that?
So what's the health dice that you roll to determine your health? Is it D8?
Yeah, I've got 2d8 on mine.
Yeah, it's the D8 plus the Constitution modifier, isn't it?
So you should have
Okay.
3d8 as your hit dice.
Yeah,
You can roll,
Yeah,
and when you do a short rest, you can roll
Yeah.
any number of your hit dice and recover that amount of HP. And then those hit
Can I
dice
be
are
the same?
expended. Yeah, 100%. So you should have, again, you should have 3.
I've got 2.
Double, triple
At level
check.
3.
If you at level 3, you have 3 hit dice.
Oh,
You
okay.
get 1 per level.
Maybe I didn't. Oh, okay. Maybe I didn't change it then.
Okay, I'm just going to use all of them. So I'm
Happy
going to do
days.
3d8. That's a d12. That's a d8.
No.
2, 5. 5, 10.
This is not going to be a consolation to anybody, but I rolled for every single thing that happened in that scenario.
Yeah.
Luck of the dice.
D8.
Oh, actually, when I'm getting to the inn,
Yeah.
can I I would have assumed, because Cloud's been so wants to be with Ash all the time. Can I leave a little note by Ash so I know she'll get it?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Don't know where. Does Ash have a saddle?
Yeah, Ash wouldn't have their saddle when they're in the stables, but like the saddle would be just by the horse. You can
Next
leave
to
the
where
note.
she's
exactly.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna slip it under so you can see, like, there's a bit of paper sticking out, and it just says we need to talk. T.
Cool.
TH. No, that's still like the same as it's just Theramin. Yeah, I'll just sign it to you. It'd be so much easier than putting T.
You have the same 3 letters of your names.
Signed by the. Yeah, and then I'm just gonna crawl my way up to my room, praying it's not far.
Happy days. You go for a nap. It's not that far. You 100%.
Nap time.
Dylan, Theramin. Yeah, sorry, Theramin. What are you doing in this little bit of time
I'm
before you're? Yeah.
Drowning my sorrows more than
Yeah.
I've ever drowned them before.
You
in
go
the
ahead,
dreary, darkest corner of the bar.
and the drinks keep coming. Take off 10 gold pieces for the amount of drinks that you're having. Dylan will see that you've come in, see that you're drinking. Will have clocked Thesia looking messed up going upstairs, and also clocked that Cloud is not with you, and come over into the darkest corner with a drink of his own. Theramin, what's going on? Is
Oh, you brought me another drink. Thank
Thesia?
you.
Oh my God. Okay. No. You need to Theramin, slow down. You got a gig in a couple of hours. What? Thesia didn't look so hot. What happened? Where's Cloud?
Oh, it's all fucked, Dylan. There's no gig. There's no anything anymore.
Oh, there's no. Okay. I want to make it very clear, but my first concern is for you and for Thesia and Cloud. That is a financial disaster for us. Okay, now tell me what happened.
I need one more drink so that I can be able to talk to you properly, Dylan.
All right, just tell me right now. Does anybody need help? Is everybody okay? What, like?
No one's okay. No one will ever be okay.
No one will ever be okay. So you're crippled. You're gonna die. I should start writing.
Be dead.
Oh dear God, Theramin! I really hope that this is hyperbole that's happening right now.
Hyperbole you. I don't understand that word, you dickhead.
Okay. If you're interested in talking, he will listen to you recount what happened. If not, then he'll leave you alone.
He's totally miserable and he's not speaking.
Oh, okay. Then Dylan will leave you. Leave you to it, and try going around and having to look for Cloud. He won't. Well, I don't know. He won't find Cloud. He'll even come to the stables and like look around the horse and not see you and leave.
I like to think what Ash is sort of like how horses lay with their like front like curled up, but she's done it in a way where she's pushed her legs out far enough that Cloud can sort of lay in there with her head. She's just sort of like petting her head.
Thesia, you'll hear a little rap on your door. Thesia, are you all right? You didn't look so hot. I can't find Cloud, and Theramin is getting more drunk than I've ever seen him get in my life. What can we talk?
Is this after my nap?
Yeah. We'll say that you'll still get the benefits of your short rest if you engage with him.
Okay, cool. I open the door, but I'm kind of just like wiping myself over with like a damp cloth, just wiping my face over. I've let my snakes out of their bag, so they're just kind of in the room with me because I'm just like need something familiar.
Yes, I desperately want to be supportive and be here, and I'm okay with your snake pets.
Oh yeah, he doesn't know how to say.
I've seen them. No, I've seen them before. I've seen them on stage with you. It's just they're everywhere. They're everywhere.
I just look and go. I want there to be a gig tonight. I will try and drag Theramin into it. Cloud's not going to be with us. She lost someone quite special to her. She just found out. So she needs some time, but that's okay. And she's kind of like looking around the room, just like how to put it politely. She's just like, I'm going to get Theramin.
Okay. All right. Listen, that's obviously that makes a lot of sense for Cloud. Theramin seems to be beating himself up pretty bad. Are you all right?
She kind of opens her mouth and she's like, I have a plan.
That's
It
good.
just nods and just walks past him, and as she like goes past him and the snakes kind of follow her, she just says, thank you, Dylan.
Thesia, I am here.
Oh. Oh, she doesn't tell him that. She just kind of nods at him and just pats him on the head because he's quite a lot shorter. And just goes and finds the darkest corner.
In which you find Theramin.
I kind of, do I want to make a scene? I kind of like put my hands on the table, lean over, grab him again. I'm feeling a lot better. We will do this gig tonight. We will make it special. And then we're going to go to the next town and do the same shit over again because this is what we signed up for. Cloud isn't here. She's upset. You upset her. You make up to her by doing a good gig tonight. And stop drinking. And she smiles.
Okay. I think I'm terrified of Thesia. I'm like, but I can't admit it. But oh God, this is such a sad state of affairs.
So sad. So sad.
Oh. But we can't do the gig without Cloud.
We can and we will.
Wouldn't that upset her even more?
She clearly doesn't want to do it.
But you two are my only friends. I've never had friends before.
She kind of looks at like, she doesn't want to admit it, but it's like, same. She kind of just nods.
What can we do for
like,
Cloud to make her happy again?
Well, we have to get Slither back, but we'll do this gig in honor of Cloud, honor of what happened tonight. And then we'll reconvene in the morning. If she's still around, she may have, I don't know where she's gone.
We should write a special song called Cloud.
Yeah.
Song montage.
Song montage. Can you guys give me performance checks with advantage to write a song called Cloud?
Here we go. 2 charisma-based people should do this quite.
And charisma plus charisma.
Yeah, and plus charisma. So you take the highest of the 220 and then add charisma. What did you get?
26.
You got a nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got a 19 and my performance is a plus
like,
8. So that's a 27.
Okay.
We're going to be like Tenacious D.
Yes.
We remembered the song. It's not just a tribute to the song, but we've still got it.
It's the greatest song in the world.
This is the greatest song. This is not the greatest song in the world. This is just a tribute to that song. Yeah. This is me trying to remember the lyrics to. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thesia and Theramin doing that style, and instead of the devil, it's Theramin's dad.
You guys write this song, and you guys are musicians. You can tell that this is something special that you guys have made.
We're doing like the screw face.
When you head out to to play this gig. Originally, there was going to be sort of a band battle sort of aspect to it. There were a couple of other bands who were kind of like, there was going to be some riffing and there was going to be some like competition in the wake of the fact that there was a funeral today and all this stuff. That does not seem to be appropriate any longer. So everybody's just going to play their separate gigs, their separate like sets, one after the other throughout the evening. You guys are set to go on first. Cloud, you start to hear music is being set up. It's sort of outdoors. There's an outdoor stage that has been set up. People are sort of gathering. It's not going to be like a huge rocking out affair. It seems like it's going to be pretty chill, but a lot of people are going. Ash just sort of turns their head to you and sort of looks at you a little bit questioning.
I'd like to say that I'm already riding out of town.
Already riding out of town. Which direction would you like to be riding?
In the direction of Salt's Watch.
In the direction of Salt's Watch. You and Ash, Ash for sure, like when you're saddling her up, will be like looking out towards where Theramin and Thesia are, and then look back to you, just like questioning it.
Well, while I was sort of curled up, I was like bawling, like Cloud was bawling her eyes out while she was like curled up with Ash, like just talking to her and being like, we need to go. I need to find them. I just can't stay. They're the only thing I have. We need to go. And she's just, and then she just saddles Ash up, getting ready to ride.
Great. You ride out of town. You guys play this song, Cloud. I don't know, maybe in the hopes that she'll hear it wherever she is hiding. But Cloud, you don't hear the music as you ride out of town and they start playing on your way towards Salt's Watch and beyond. You also have not told these guys where the scythe is. You got this note from Thesia saying we need to talk. Do you leave anything for them? Any note or anything? Or do you just go?
I think Cloud would probably write as she doesn't instantly ride out of town because she doesn't want the others to know. They know what Ash looks like, so she's probably walking, and then when she gets to the gates or the borders, she'll ride off. But she probably leaves the note with. She probably would leave it with Dylan.
Yeah.
She'd probably say, "Please give this to them." Thesia, I know you don't trust me. Theramin, I know you hate me for using your dad's money, but this is something I need to do. Hopefully our paths cross again in Sessensil. And just leaves.
They'll take that note, looking confused and concerned. But then you head out. You guys play your gig. The next people who come on stage are a bunch of halflings who take out their instruments and do little jigs as they dance, as they play, and to varying degrees of aptitude. They definitely are having fun and and what have you. You guys know that if it came down to it, you're probably better musicians than these guys. And when you return, do you guys want to stay and listen to the other two bands in their entirety, or do you want to go back to the inn?
I'm gonna leave.
You leave.
She's gonna leave. She's done her part.
Yeah.
She did the song and
Hmm.
was like, nah, I'm tired now.
I'm gonna go back into dark corner and start wallowing again because Cloud didn't hear the song.
Yeah, Dylan will give you guys the note and say, she just gave this to me and then headed on out again. Okay. He will get you guys together. All right. Enough is enough. That is what I say. So your scythe got taken, and it's very sad, and you all got beat up. But we are the Mockeries, and I am your manager, and I say that this has gone far enough. The two of you are going to go with me, and we are going to follow her, and because we are the Mockeries, and we stand with our own. Right? We are going to get her back. We're going to help her do whatever it is she needs to do. And we are going to go on and we're going to win the battle of the bands. There.
Yes.
Thanks, Dylan. That was surprisingly nice. I think that's what I needed. Let's go. Thesia?
Let's go. I kind of like look at the note, and because I was like, I know you don't like me, and I just look and go,
What's she on about?
I like you.
Yeah. I was only pretending not to like you, and I like her. She's cool.
And I think when I say that, cause obviously I've got like really sneaky pupils, they kind of dilate a little bit. She's happy.
You guys get all
yes.
saddled up, you get your cart, you get together, and Dylan's like, okay, onward we go. And you guys ride out of Asterfeld and onward to the next town, and that is where we will bring this session to a close. Guys, thank you so much for going to that place.
What an emotional roller coaster.
That was an emotional thing that happened there. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you liked it, please consider giving us a like, giving us a comment, subscribing, doing all of the fiddly little YouTube bits, as well as hitting us up on social media. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got Instagram. We've got all these things. We would love to discuss these ongoing stories with you, and just have a conversation. Be part of the community. We would love that. Do it, please, or not. Be your own person, but do what I say.